Cass, let me tell you why they seem hostile towards swirlers. It's because they're jealous. Because swirlers are doing something right and they're not.
These fucking
That's what it
bitches.
is. Now, when it comes to black women opening up their options, I absolutely agree. But I've always said on my platform, you need to vet every man. Even if you are a black woman and you choose to be with a black man, that is your preference. That's your choice. That's your right. Just make sure you vet. I've said that so many times.
Motherfuckers jealous as swirls. Ain't this about a bitch? Let me play this goofy ass bitch shit. Let's listen to this one right here. What she say?
Thank you, Poseidon MGTOW.
Oh, that's the white boy. Nah, I will show the white boy in the black swirler section on another day.
10. You had the nerve to put that fucking picture of a little black girl with a gun. Are you that much of a punk bitch that you want to put us as the face of the soldier for the black man? I said it before. When you look at other countries, Egypt, in many places, do you see the women out on the street all the time, marching and fighting? You same motherfucking women that's doing that. Just last month, you probably was whining and complaining. Black men don't protect us. We don't get any protection. The only reason Boyce Watkins and y'all talking about Brianna is because black women made that story popular. Don't act all fake and phony, bitch, because you ain't on our Lives Matter Facebook group. You ain't talking about those two black sisters who got thrown off a fucking bridge to, May 15th, bitch. Y'all ain't talking about it. This some temporary shit. Y'all been marching and shit since I was fucking born. Every year it's the same shit. Now maybe you're frustrated, you don't know what to do. I'm saying that for the black man. Bitch, I'm a woman. I don't have to go out and fight your fucking battles like I'm a soldier. You go be a man and you learn how to stand up and fix and do whatever you got to do. Okay? Because the same niggas that's doing that, yeah, I'm getting raw with the mouth today. You're talking shit about black women. See, you ain't gonna switch up on me. 1 minute you talking about the black woman ain't marriage material, Tariq Nasheed and all y'all. And then the next minute you talking about go marching shit for y'all. You want me to be your little foot soldier and shit. I got these dumbass black women on Instagram writing me because of what I said. Talking about, but we all black. No, bitch, it don't work like that. See, that's the problem with y'all. I'm a woman first. You're gonna stop with this black bullshit. I walk out every day and I don't feel oppressed. I'm pretty happy. Let me read some of these comments before I can't see them, before I say some more.
Hold on,
Thank
fellas.
you,
While my
choosing
mic is
better.
still on, shut the fuck up, you. Let me just be quick because I gotta work. I gotta finish this shit. I pop off with everybody at I hope I'm off by 5. I don't know if I'm gonna see the baby today. I probably go over there tomorrow. It's mama's birthday, so we might do that. But I had Paris Milan weighing in on this situation. Let me know if y'all can. Y'all can hear me. I just didn't want to put the mic all up in my shit. Listen, I got Paris Milan talking about this situation too, and she's advising black women on the same thing. So I'm inclined to believe that I ain't marching for no fucking Brianna. I ain't marching for nobody at this point. Black men don't ask for people are more. In fact, I made it clear. I put the shit on Twitter. So when you motherfuckers get a chance and something happened to me, go look at my Twitter. I told you, leave me the fuck alone. No more shit. If you ain't burning nothing, sit your ass down. And I don't mean burn target. I mean burn this shit down. But other than that, I figure I don't need or want the support of the black community. This shit is disgusting to me, y'all. I gotta be very honest with y'all. It's very disgusting for me to sit here and listen to half of this. I think this is the Paris Milan shit right here. But to hear all these internet YouTube black women, nah, that's Mike, get up on their high horse and get to talking crazy like this and saying that we don't protect them, I'm gonna say no, I'm not anymore. That's it. I think what Obsidian said prior, these are the reasons Obsidian said what he said. See, Obsidian said that he would walk by a black woman laying down in a pool of her own blood if she was attacked by someone of the other race because of the way that they act, because of who they are, because of, well, these vile creatures that tend to come online and blame black men for everything. We don't protect them, yet they don't want to be with us. We don't do anything for them. We're bastard baby makers. We don't take care of our kids. All of these evil things. They want to divest from Blackistan, but they want protection. I need some of that to make sense. It won't make sense. Now, my man Triple will protect you women. No, no. I've listened to you women. Yo, nasty, disgusting, vile, hatred filled conversations and oh, I'm gonna say all because these bitches said all this morning, and I'm gonna go play that right now while I get back to work. Oh, I'm saying all. Oh no, all. Yeah, fuck it. Even the ones I like, my mama too. All, because that's how they play in this game, bro, and that's how we should play it too. All, no marching. Next time a black woman gets shot by the police, you say, "Oh, that's sad. We need to sit this one out," because that's what they saying. And if you think I'm bullshitting, like to hear, here it go.
These mammies and these black identified women have taken the spotlight for too long, and they've made things more complicated for us. So they do need to get out the way. And Mika also said media and other groups of people, they do get off on black women being at the bottom, being disrespected, hurt, and killed, which is a good point. Because if you think about it, they look at us, they realize that we're not valued, we're not protected, and we're disrespected. So they continuously do things to us because they know that no one is going to come to our aid. They know that no one else cares. So that's why they do what they do. And it's not surprising. So now everyone wants to sit there and pretend like they're shocked because they see that we're sitting back. I'm going to take this one last call, and it's from the 949 area code. Hold on. Good morning. This is Loving Life. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Arda. I love your show, Love M. Thank you so much for doing this live stream.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. So, what do you want to talk about today? Well, in regards to what we were talking about today, the question is, do you think that now that things are happening the way that they are, and black women are sitting out, do you think that this is going to be a permanent change for black women?
Yes, I do. I also believe that there's going to be a splitting. There's going to be a purge. It's whether those that are going to stay on one side or go to another. Like you said, there's going to be no straddling the fence. And I think it's because we have come to the point where I think we're always realizing that black men, from how I see it, from my perspective, they're taking their insecurities out on black women, especially because they haven't formed a well-regulated militia to go against groups that are really killing our people like cattle. I mean, and what I don't understand is where all the gang members at? They have guns. We have Blood, Crips, Vice Lords, Foes, GDs. Where are they at? This white man should have been taken care of with his family. What's the problem? But they want to talk about black women all day.
All day. About their hair, makeup, things that aren't even important. But they feel that
exactly.
But what they fail to realize is that they're losing this war. Now, I am going to say this: not every black woman, is going to be saved, because at this point, the line has been drawn. Either you're going to get on to the good side or the bad side, and if you choose to be on the bad side, well, God help you. But that's what's going on right now. This is the same ones where they feel that it's normal to be out, and they're still defending, carrying their children in tow while they're protesting. Like, for what? Because in this community, there is no community, and black women and children do not matter. Well, the black boys maybe, but not the girls and the women. Think about it. I'm in the D.C. area, and so many black girls have turned up missing. And we don't hear anything about them. Nothing.
And the thing is that our community, the black men, because like the word says, like the black men are supposed to be the head, or the male is supposed to be the head. They're supposed to be leading onto finding solutions to these problems. That is their role, is to be the head. I mean, and because black women, let's put it this way, we have been the soldiers so long, we are literally, it's automatically expected for us to stand up. That's really how it is.
And they don't and you're right. Well, see, what they don't understand is you can't sit here and say, well, black women are masculine and they're this and they're that. What do you expect when you automatically expect black women to take on the role of men? It's not normal. You don't see other races expecting their women to take on the role of a man. That's shameful. In the
It's extremely
so-called black
painful.
community, it's normal. It is normal. And it's, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know when women are going to wake up and realize you are women first. You are supposed to be feminine. These are the same people that will make women feel guilty about wanting a man who's going to provide. Even in the Bible, it says a man should be able to provide. Are you kidding me? It's expected in other cultures that men are to provide for their families. That's why they're, let me tell you something. The reason why you don't see other races of women saying the things that we do, because they're not expected to take on the same roles as we do. So when black women are like, hold on, I'm not doing this, I'm not protesting, I'm not taking on that manly role, they're getting upset. They're saying we're whores and we're users and we're all types of negative things because they can't pull that game on us anymore. That's the problem now. See, social media is a
Exactly.
powerful tool, and they see that. You know what I mean?
I completely understand. We're expected to do everything, and what really hurts, like to my heart and to my soul, is like these men are coming from black women, and they know, regardless of what happens, they're depending on a black woman in one way or another. Yes, probably if your mama wasn't there, their aunties helped raise them, grandma helped raise them, their sisters, black females have helped them out, and I just don't understand how they just don't get it. They think the worst of us when we're the ones who are actually having their back. That white woman didn't have George Floyd Black. Come on now, we both know that.
She sure didn't. Did you see the
She
picture
sure
of her
wasn't
with
out
her
there.
earrings? She's seems like they're emulating black culture, but hey, that's another story. But you see what she did? Not even 24 hours later, he's not even 6 feet under the ground. She changed her Facebook status to single. So that goes to show you how she really felt.
It's so sad. It's you know what? It's really sad. And the main thing I want to know, where's Tommy Sotomayor and all of his followers? He hasn't done nothing to go and get this white man that just murdered this brother.
Sure not. They're silent.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
Oh, they're silent. Of course, they're silent. They don't want to say anything, but let a black woman do something and slip up. Oh, it's a problem. Just like it's a
Yeah.
problem how they're sitting here and they say how black women ain't shit, and they say all these things, but these are the same ones that's allowing George Zimmerman to be alive. They
Walking
talk
the
all
streets
that
freely.
smack, but they don't have the guts to put their words into action. And what black women need to stop doing is allowing these men to walk all over them and disrespect them. Like the first caller said, Michelle, with a certain person's live stream, literally, she said we're not advocating for them. Do you know she made another live stream where she basically said, um, basically, I'm gonna say the male counterparts are no longer invited to the discussion. Do you know they still tried to chew her out? They will
I
never
believe it.
understand the plight of black women. They don't. All they know is that if you, as a black woman, don't do what they say, if you don't listen to their orders, you're all kinds of disrespectful things. They literally, and I'm sitting here thinking, If they're saying these things to her, how are they treating their wives, their girlfriends, fiancés, their daughters? How are they treating other women? I'm like, black women, if you don't wake up, they're basically telling you in a nutshell how they feel. Don't just listen to their words, watch their actions. The fact that they said the things that they said to her, I'm like, there's nothing else you need to know.
That is horrific. That is horrific. And I feel so bad. I really feel bad for the next generation of black girls. I really do. You know, I have younger siblings, and I fear for them. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I mean, you know, I just don't date black men. You know what I mean? I know all black men aren't like this. I obviously know that. But my goodness, this is ridiculous.
It's past ridiculous. And unfortunately, we've allowed this to happen. And that's why we need to take a stand. And I do have hope for the future for black women, the younger black women, because I do see that they're calling everything out. I do see that they're not afraid to speak the truth, and I do see that they're not afraid of opening up their options. So they are doing something that the previous generations were not doing. And I just hope that it continues to be this way, because unfortunately, now I'm 38, almost 39. I was born in 82. Basically, my generation and the ones prior to that, many of them can't be saved. They're stuck in their ways. Either they want to change or they don't. Because we were raised to be that, oh, well, black men come first before black women. We were raised to put them and their wants and their needs before ours. And look where it's gotten us. Nowhere.
Exactly. And you're supposed to put someone on a pedestal that is worthy of it. And I think that we're just putting Dusties and Scum on a pedestal, and it's making our people look so bad. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to bash black men, but I have to keep it like it is because it's the truth. Yep. It's just the truth.
And you're seeing that now, unfortunately, with them being gunned down, and black women are taking their stand, and they say, listen, we're sitting this one out. That's your fight. Deal with it. Shit's about to hit the fan, like someone just said. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And this is just my prediction now. Call me crazy, but I'm going to see a lot more black women dating outside their race. I'm going to see a lot of women, black women, if they feel that it's not their option, they'd rather be single. And when you see black women take these measures, they know that they're fucked. So there's a saying, it says, you don't know how good something is until it's gone. And they're about to find this out. They are about to find this out. I'm hoping that our younger generations, they get their act together. Because as you can see, the younger generation, these younger males, they are carrying on the same mindset. Middle school boys. You can't sit there and tell me they care about black women. Now, black women that outside their race, oh, these men are going to use you as a fetish. They don't love you. But you're sitting there promoting music and movies that openly disrespects black women.
Exactly. And I do put that also on the parents as well, because they do have a responsibility to gear what their children watch. I have a son. I have one. And this is what I have to do as a parent. So once again, yes, it does come also a little bit on the parent, but a lot of the things that are coming out of black men's mouth on social media, it is horrific. And it's sad because not all black men think that way, but you could just take, one or two, and they're just going to label all black men like that. Other races, that's what they're doing. After that young lady had gotten jumped in New York by those 15
Yo, this is Black Woman Sphere. I wanted to come and talk to black women about how black men stay in their feelings about other men who aren't black, okay? These men stay in their feelings. You can't say anything about them. You can't talk about how they've created generational wealth. I mean, let's just talk about the fact that other men who aren't black, okay, have created a safety net for the women and the children of their community. It's almost like every other group of men have done that except for black men. But when you present that argument, black men get upset. Y'all are starting to be just comedic relief, like just nobody should even talk to you. We should just laugh at you because at this point, you make no sense. You make no sense. Literally, I had to argue the other day on a panel about Asian men and the wealth and the stability that they have created for the women and children despite their barbaric ways. Because I am not denying the fact that Asian men are, whoo, Lord Jesus. They putting them hands and foots. Okay? Do you hear me? All right? But this is like, I wouldn't say it's this generation of Asian men because I see black women with Asian men and they're being loved on. But the generation before them is extremely abusive, extremely abusive. But I will say this, abuse aside, these men have created wealth. They have created generational wealth. And if you want to sit and deny that, it is something wrong with you. And, you know, it's just typical pro-black male rhetoric. You know, they want to deny the fact that any other man is better than them. Meanwhile, they are at the bottom of the fucking totem pole, have been, always have been. And they just refuse to just get with it. Like, get fucking with it, okay? Get with it. Get with it. Nobody respects you. Nobody respects you. In the dominant society, nobody respects you. The only reason why George Floyd is receiving the amount of news coverage that he's receiving is because you niggas cry so much, but y'all ain't trying to take up for yourself. We all know it's wrong to kill somebody, so of course these men have to be held accountable for killing George Floyd. But at the end of the day, you niggas will victimize yourself till you cannot be victimized anymore. Baby boy. Boy. You do it the most, you are perpetual fucking victim, bitch. You want to know why black women ain't advocating for you. They can hold signs. Nigga, I ain't hold no signs for your crusty, stinking ass. I ain't. And I do not care to. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? I'm not holding no signs for you. I'm sorry, babe. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. And I do not feel bad about it. It does not permeate deep within my soul to care. Okay? I know that it's wrong. I know that nobody should be killed just for the color of their skin. I mean, I'm not a fucking idiot. I get that. But at the same time, I also get that black women are oppressors are black men. That's who our oppressors are. Black men. It ain't white men. It's black men. Black men do the most damage to black women. It is not white men. It is not Asian men. It is not Hispanic men. It's black men. They do the most damage to us. I was just on a panel where I was called simple-minded the other fucking day by somebody I have supported greatly. Black men do the most damage to us. Not any other race of men, okay? It is what it is. And if we want to continue to deny that, then we aren't trying to face the truth. Now, see, I can have a conversation if we're going to talk about the fact that black men are dominated, but I'm not having a conversation with black men that are just refuting the fact that black men are dominated. I can't. I can't even talk to you. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. All right? And this is Black Woman Sphere. You guys be easy.
like basically you just wanted to steal. Like Tropical
Exactly.
said in the chat, you just wanted to steal. You just wanted to steal. You just wanted to damage. But let me tell you something, and this is what I said before. These are the same people that claim they're scared of the Rona. They don't want to go back to work, but you had no problem protesting with thousands of
Uh-uh.
people in the streets. So
Of
just
course, we have
know
no problem.
that you're being recorded. And I just they just don't understand that. They don't. And I think that it's going to hurt all of us in the long run as black women when we walk out of our houses every day. They don't know if you're a swirler. They don't know that, well, unless you're with your man of another race, they don't know that you're divested. They don't know that. And at
No,
this
they're
point,
gonna
this
put us
marriage
all
wasn't
under the
about
same
justice.
umbrella.
They don't know. They just look at you as a black woman, and you're an easy target.
Mhm.
So they're basically making things worse. They don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. Because I'm reading all these stories about these the looting and stuff that's going on, and you literally have people agree with me. They said they're basically making things worse, and it's not helpful to the cause. And I don't understand why black women would be out there fighting in the first place. And in regards to the Breonna Taylor protest, now I do have a question for you in regards to that. Do you think that this was genuinely done, or do you think these protests were made because black women were putting their feet on the necks of these people, saying, "Listen, to this day there were no protests for Breonna Taylor, okay, but there are several protests for these men that were shot and killed." Because to me, it seems like the only reason why this protest for Breonna Taylor came about was because black women, once again, keeps calling out the hypocrisy.
Of course, of course, because they know. Like, okay, I'm trying to keep it really short, but
Let me address that real quick. No hypocrisy there in regards to the two black men that were killed and the one black woman that was killed. Let's go through this. On film, Ahmad was blatantly shot 3 times, twice with a shotgun in his chest as he fought on, and then kept running after. Right? We seen that happen. Him being murdered. Second man being killed. We see cops, 3, holding him down, one on his neck while he screams, "I cannot breathe." Blatantly, we see these crimes happening. Let's talk about Breonna, though. Cops busting a house, looking for somebody or something, and get to shooting and spraying. They shoot her. Boyfriend get to busting back. He survived. But the point is, we didn't see that. And the cops busting the house and just start shooting. It wasn't her being chased down or hunted. It wasn't her being restrained and held until death. No, it was cops busting in her house, shooting, looking for someone. Unjustifiably killed? Yes. But they had a warrant. So let me get on the conservative coon side. They had a warrant. Whether it was good or bad, they had a fucking warrant to walk up in that woman's house and get the blaster. The McMichaels, they didn't have a warrant. No, they just wanted to kill a nigga. And the cop, I guess he had probable cause to kill a nigga. Like Pantaleo and Eric Gardner, Can't Breathe. But you want some comparisons to these things? You women are foolish, stupid, and you're idiots. Stop trying to be somebody online. Stop trying to get clout. Stop trying to have somebody to talk to you to make you feel good. You're fucking worthless. And you're the reason that people are not respecting black women. You, unrespectable, despisable, despicable women, are the reason that our sisters are not getting the protection. Because men are hearing what you're saying and looking around and saying, yeah, all of them might think like that. All. And that's a sad fact that we got to think like that. But let's listen to this goofiness.
okay, it's symbolic. They believe, number one, killing a black man is going to create buzz. I mean, I don't want my own, black men to die. Of course not. But the media know that it's going to create buzz. And especially with people putting things on their phones and social media and how things spread. That's going to create more buzz. than a black woman being murdered or assaulted. Because they know that, it's symbolic to take down the black man because they know that the man is the head, he's the leader of the race. He's the leader of his people. So it's pretty much saying, if we could take down your men, regardless of their thought patterns, remember, regardless of it, they're just looking at the skin color. If we could take down the black man and kill him in front of all of these people, we know that we can treat your women and your children any way that we want to. It's a statement.
And I get that, but I will say this. At this point, I don't care if they died. Because they didn't care when we died. So, I would say this, just like George Floyd, when he passed away, knowing that he 9 out of 10 had the same mindset as Stephen Jackson. I guarantee you he wasn't thinking about Breonna Taylor. He was not thinking about a Tatiana Jefferson or these other women. And I understand what you're saying, but I will say this: they're not our men. They don't, just like they get mad when black women are interracially dating. They say no one can have our women. We don't belong to you. We're not property. We should be able to do what we want. We should be able to date who we choose. They're not our men.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree.
So
and
I say,
like you said earlier, where were they at when all these black women are dying? There are no protests. No one said anything. And this is why I highly feel in my heart, black women from before this point, but we need to start standing up for black women and black girls. Like, if now black men who have their head on straight want to join, no problem. But that should be our main priority.
Yep. This is how I feel. I basically could care less about them. Let the bodies hit the floor. At this point, I'm only concerned about black women and black girls because, and I can tell you, even as the bodies continue to hit the floor, they will not care about us at all. They don't. They don't. They will continuously ignore us. They will continually disrespect us. And this is why I say, black women, when you look in the mirror every day, you need to love yourself. You need to know your worth. Because had black women known their worth, we wouldn't be with these men in the first place. Black women have been programmed to be pro-mammies since birth.
Sure.
That needs to change. And it's only going to change when we wake up and say no more. Now, yes, black women are saying, okay, I'm going to fall back. But for how long? Because if you want things to change for black girls and women, this can't be just a temporary solution. This can't be a temporary fix. This is why some of these women on social media, I'm giving them the side eye, especially those who a few weeks ago clown swirlers, clown divested women, after we done told you, and now, oh yeah, you know what? And they're not going to say, you know what, they were right. They're not going to admit that. They're going to say, yeah, well, we're just going to sit this one out. Really? Just like the resting in my femininity thing, I saw some of them chat. And they said, oh yeah, we should coin this. No, you may want to coin the swirlers and the divested women that said that first, because we've been saying that for a very long time.
And that's what I don't understand.
and I will say this, I'm sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
These men, they never lead the household. They don't. Every other race of men have been raised to take care of their families. These men don't, which is why they constantly get women pregnant and they leave. And then they want to cry about the system of child support. Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that problem if you took care of your responsibility. Like, they literally leave, and then what they do is they'll say, okay, well, things are the way that they are because of single moms. Well, she wouldn't be a single mom if you took care of your responsibilities in the first place. So no, they're not. Many of them are not in the household. They're not. They choose not to. They can make the conscious decision. Hey, you know what? I grew up in a single parent household, and I know what it's like to see my mom struggle, and I see what she had gone through. I don't want that for my kids. They don't have that mindset. They just use an excuse. And then when things go bad, they'll say, oh, well, it's black women's fault. So at this point, they're on their own. Let the bodies hit the floor. We need to focus on black girls, black women, and we need to just do better as for ourselves as women. And we need to show the younger generation that there is better, that they deserve better. Because unfortunately, people in my generation and prior to that, they don't believe that. They don't want to believe that. And black women in our and I will say this, we are just as much we're just as guilty because we continue to push this on our young girls and our young women.
I
We
agree.
normalize this, and it's not normal. We have to take a step back and say, hey, why do we normalize this? This is not normal. Why are we sitting here babying men that should have been taken care of? Now, my thing is, and I said this many times before, when a man introduces himself to you and he says, hi, my name is, he should already have his stuff together. If he doesn't have anything together, then you shouldn't talk to him any further. Black women, nope. We don't do that. We
I
get
agree.
mesmerized by his charm and his dick game, excuse my language, and then we put ourselves in these situations when we could have prevented it in the first place. It's not normal for women to struggle. We as black women have been raised that it's a problem if we expect men to step up. So when these black women are dating these non-black men, we're like, wow. I can tell you from experience, I'm not expected to lift a finger for anything. That's an insult.
Exactly.
That is an insult. And I will have to say, when I first started dating him, I was taken aback because I was like, wait, oh, wait, what? Because unfortunately, black women were not raised to believe that this was normal. We sat there and we saw our parents struggle. We saw what they dealt with. So we thought that was normal, and it wasn't.
Exactly.
And as much as our
Exactly.
mothers tried to cover it up and make it seem like everything was okay, you don't think about it until you're an adult. You realize, no, they weren't okay. They were putting on a facade. We look begging for acceptance, crying and whining because someone says, oh, he doesn't like dark skinned black women. Oh, he's not choosing me. So what? Like, I just don't get it. The true facts is that black women raise their daughters to be adults at an early age. They treat them like adults at an early age, and they call it their sons. And this is one of the reasons why we're in the positions that we're in. Think I'm lying? A lot of black women have their grown sons living in their house until they're in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, eating up their food, using up all their utilities, not contributing for a damn. But you let your daughter, let something happen to her. You treat her like some trick on the street because you have some type of jealousy and hatred towards your own daughter. Think I'm lying? That happens a lot with black women. You see a lot of things happen to their daughters and they'll turn their cheek. They'll turn the other way. But let something happen to their son. My son, my son. Nobody's going to do that to my son. Really? Were you using that same energy when people were treating your daughter like crap? When she was experiencing colorism at an early age, sexism, when all these other things have been traumatizing that happened to your daughter, were you there for her for that? Many of them didn't. Because he says when you hear black women who's mad saying your son stand up and say I did not birth them, that's not my child. Continue to say I tell these members all the time, fuck their sons and their wombs. Springflower said they can't control millions of black women around the world. Foreign black women have always ruled, and they will continue to do so. Akati says she is black as Stan. Who is that? You know it don't apply to you, so who is it to? Oh, could you clarify that? All I know is that 2020 has been a year full of crap, and black women, this is a year of awakening. Yeah, we're going through a lot of trials and tribulations right now, but this is a time for reflection. This means you need to have your cards in order. Your focus needs to be on yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. You need to prioritize your family. Black women are so women put in their hands in so many cookie jars, but we can't take care of home. We can't take care of self. Oh, okay. See, my platform is different than everyone else's, and I mean, to be honest with you, I just don't see the point of constantly talking about these male counterparts on my channel. I just don't. I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm doing my subscribers a disservice by constantly talking about these males. They don't ask permission to do and say whatever they want. They don't ask black women permission for anything. Why are we validating what they're doing? Why are we validating what they're saying? It's just so irritating. It's just irritating. See, the thing is, black women, we know better, but many of us refuse to do better, and this is why things are happening the way that they are now. So now you have to draw the line in the sand, and you need to figure out which side of the line you're going to be on. Because that's just the reality. You got to make a choice. You can't play both sides. And Springflower, was funny that you said that because I believe I read an article the other day. Um, was it maybe it was this morning? They were talking about Gail King again, and she was saying how she was just devastated with all this racism and blah blah blah. Like, Lord, lady, were you living a life in the bubble? Like, did you not know these things that was going on? Really? You once again you're saying that because these things are happening to black men, but why weren't you saying that when Breonna Turner or Taylor was shot down? Where were you when Tatiana Jefferson was shot and killed? And all the countless other black women. You were saying that. You were silent. I guess the lives of black women weren't important to you. And many of these celebrities are following suit. They don't speak up for black women. They don't. They look at us as invisible. And you would think, especially with the dark skinned black women who are celebrities, with the challenges that they face, you would think that they would stand up, but they don't. That's why I don't pay attention to what these celebrities are saying, because all they do is just double talk all the time, double speak. Because I know that if something were to happen to me, and if something were to happen to other black women, God forbid, that we wouldn't get the same coverage as these men would. And they know that. Let me tell you something. 2020 is the year where everyone's attentions are coming out. They were hidden, but not anymore. The veil has been removed. This is the year of enlightenment. And that is why you see everything happening the way that they are. The same thing with these celebrities. They're making these fans only pages. Oh, so you want me to feel sorry for you? Like Gabrielle Union was saying? Oh, because these celebrities, if we continue in this quarantine, they don't know where they're going to get their next meal. Girl, bye. You have way more than many of us do. Many of us live in paycheck to paycheck. You don't even have that option. You sitting there buying $1,500 pairs of jeans and all these Lamborghinis, and you have a 13 or 14 room house. You're not about that struggle life. So don't sit here trying to make us feel sorry for you. That's a personal problem. You should have balanced. You should have saved your money better. Notice how these celebrities they're trying to make themselves relevant. Anything for attention. They would never live our lives. And the ones that did prior to becoming a celebrity, oh, they totally forgot where they came from. Many of them are not grounded. So I don't have any sympathy for them, fans only. You weren't that great of a celebrity to begin with. Have you noticed that now, especially on YouTube? Now I'm seeing a lot of celebrities on my feed. And you know what I do? Don't recommend. Not interested. Don't recommend. Not interested. It's like many of these celebrities, they say things just to be said. Of course they didn't. We know they didn't. She really is. She's lost. She's completely lost. And I wouldn't be surprised if she took her stepchild and turned that child against his mother or her mother. They sure are. They sure are, Leah. Many of them join these pyramid schemes. So what these celebrities want you to do is take your hard-earned money that you may not have, and they want you to donate to their cause when they're sitting there in their mansions and their yachts, quote unquote quarantining. Sounds like a personal problem to me. You won't get a dime from me. I would support a regular person before I support any celebrity, and I'm being real with it. You have a few celebrities that are grounded, but majority of them are not. Sorry, not sorry. See, I don't understand these female these female um these female celebrities, in particular the black women. Why are you pandering to the male counterparts? Why? They feel the same way about you regardless. They don't even value or respect you. And yet you're sitting there using your platform to pander for them, which is stupid. You think about it, Gabby looked like she is one of those mean girls. She looked like she had like she seems stuck up to me, like she's better than everybody. I mean that's just the vibe that I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the vibe that she's giving me. And you want to know what's interesting? Majority of these black females celebrities, they are the biggest capers. They have the biggest capes. Their capes are so heavy on their chest, if they wear that way, or their capes are so heavy on their shoulders, they don't know what to do with themselves. That's why I couldn't picture myself being a celebrity. I wouldn't want that life. Their life cannot compare to my life. Like no, they wouldn't. And I'm sitting here thinking, any person that's sitting here and donating their hard-earned cash to these celebrities are fools. Hey, Mika. Hey, 49, she said they're married to broken men. Yep, Many of them are broken. It's a shame too, but hey, they're willing to accept anything just to say I have a man. Sounds familiar. Housewives of Atlanta shows that you like to watch. I don't personally like to watch. Love and hip hop. Nothing but dysfunction. Told you. 2020 is the year of enlightenment. Everything is coming out. Truth is finally being revealed. Whew. Like I said, I don't take any of these celebrities serious. These celebrities seriously. I just got another email for someone. Coco Barbie says, I heard Niecy Nash set up Sherry Shepherd with her ex-husband. I didn't hear about that. Brooklyn lady said, what's sad is that it's the females that these niggers don't like. They don't like marching and getting rubber bullets shot at them. 49, yeah, that's a good point. That vitamin D and that zinc. We all know what's going on with this pandemic right now. They have different stories. They're not talking about the numbers. The numbers keep going up and down in regards to how many people have been affected or died. They don't want to say where it started. They're saying there may be a second wave. They're trying to say that now that things are opening back up, the numbers are spiking. Well, we all know why. More and more people are being tested. But you would think, as much money as this country has, that we would have been, many more people would have been tested right now. And if you think about it, black people need more vitamin D because our bodies are not able to absorb as much vitamin D as other people. And that's why we're more susceptible. And on top of that, many of us are prone to um, pre existing conditions: heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma. That's why you have to change the way that you eat. That's why, despite the fact that they're telling you to sit at home, you got to do some type of exercise. You can't just sit at home, order food all the time, and not exercise. Look what's going to happen. Drink water, lots of water. And why need to constantly wash your hands. 49 says take cod liver. I heard that too, the oil. And Spring Flower says use iodine. Heard that too. They're not telling you a lot of things. They talked about a story, I believe it's in New York or New Jersey, where a woman was shamed for not wearing a mask. It's getting crazy out here. It is getting crazy out here. I don't believe the numbers. I don't. Yep, New Jersey or New York. Yep. I don't believe the numbers. The numbers are inflated. They're not being honest with us. Take your vitamin D. Take all your vitamins, but vitamin D especially. Your zinc. Take it. Cover your hand. Cover your mouth. Now, me, tell you something. Um, Mika said this man said he was prepared to eat his neighbor. Who said that? Because that sounds familiar. Again, go outside. Okay? Sunshine is good for you. It's not good to be stuck in a house like a hermit all the time. It's not. Check up on your kids too, because kids are having a hard time with this. They really, really are. Okay? First of all, to the class of 2020, congratulations on your accomplishments.
And it's just like, no, boo, keep that same energy. Keep the energy that you had when you said that we're worse than the police. Keep the energy that you had when you were trying to mock us and say, oh, this is why nobody wants to get. Keep all that energy, boo. You don't get the option to pick and choose when you can tell us what to fight for. Absolutely not. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about the importance of staying home. That is incredibly important. Thank you guys so much. 1,000 people here already. I've only been on for what, like 2 minutes. Shout out to you. Okay, so hold on. Let me go to the comments so I can read what you guys are saying. I'm a little bit distracted. All right. Let me look at the comments. Sounded robotic. Okay, hold on really fast. Let me change my shout out to Daisy. You guys already know. All right, so I don't know how if you guys have been paying attention to the news lately. And what's been going on in the news a lot is there have been like I don't know if you would call it a rash, but there has been a lot of media coverage of Black men being shot down in the streets. So because that has been going on, there's been some cases of Black women also being killed by police or brutalized by police. And one thing that I'm noticing is that when something happens to a Black man, the community all of a sudden starts mobilizing. Like we all of a sudden know how you understand the audio. Hold on. That and the police, Steven Jackson. I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry. How is the Wi-Fi? Is the Wi-Fi good? Is the Wi-Fi good? You guys gotta let me know because I'm trying to. What's up with the sound? Okay, hold on. Okay, is this better? Don't nobody care. No, it is about him. No, we're gonna make it about him. Nope. You don't get to pick and choose what to run your mouth about and then try to say, oh, well, it's not about him. No, it's about you. Because Steven Jackson represents the collective. Steven Jackson represents the collective.
I just want y'all to hear that, George. I'm over here dying. Oh shit, George. I hope you heard that, fam. She says it's the collective. All right. Paris Milan says that it's a collective. If Steven Jackson represents the collective, great. Paris, love them. But Black Women's Sphere, Cynthia G, they represent the collective. Let's go back to the tape.
You can keep playing yourself and saying, oh, it's not all of them, it's just some. No, he represents the collective. He's not with a Black woman. He talks ish about Black women. He has dragged Black women up until before this George Floyd. See, this is something that y'all should appreciate about me. What y'all should appreciate about me is the fact that I'm consistent. I'm consistent whether before something happens or during when something's happening. I don't just pick and choose when to choose a side. I'm consistent. I've been telling you guys to stop caping for random Black men that you don't know. I've been telling you guys that. But when something happens, I see Black women start reverting back to their old ways. Let me listen to my audio real fast because I'm seeing some people saying it's fine, some people saying it's choppy. I can't really tell. Okay, so I'm going to explain who Steven Jackson is. So Steven Jackson is a former professional basketball player. Okay, the audio sounds fine on my end. So Steven Jackson is a former professional basketball player. I made several videos calling this Negro out because he's been talking cash money bullish about Black women. Let me go to the video to show you. And the reason why he's connected in this is because recently there was this Black man named George Floyd that was murdered by police. And Steven now, after popping all this good-ish a second ago, he now wants to be on some, pro-Black. Excuse me, Negro? You said the Black women were worse than the police. You literally said that. And you see how you have to be careful when you run your effing mouth? Because when you run your mouth and you start saying stupid-ish like that, that can transfer onto someone that you know. It may not directly impact at that very moment, but you can speak death onto someone close to you, and that's exactly what he did here. Thank you so much, Haitian Barbie. They're not quote unquote our men, but expect us to speak up because it affects us all. Exactly. I don't even see Black Lives Matter speak on a lot of incidents about Black women. Let me show you who he is. Let me screen share because sometimes I'll be forgetting. I'm about to show you guys this really fast. Entire screen. All right, let me show you. This is the same Negro that's been running his motherfucking mouth talking about bitter Black women is worse than the police. I'm like, what?
Hey, what up, world? Getting myself together for the day. Yeah, that ain't getting in trouble, that ain't selling.
Okay, let's go back.
Just as you were in a great relationship with their mom. But if you don't have kids,
He has never took responsibility. You go on and say that worked in the police, better the Black women and the better Black women. Let's go back so y'all can hear that again.
and the fastest way for a demise of a Black man, especially a successful Black man, is a bitter Black woman. Truth hurts. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that's out here that ain't getting in trouble, that ain't selling, what's ruining their lives? Opportunity and bitter Black women. And that's just the truth. If you ain't doing nothing wrong, you ain't dealing with the police. So what else is ruining you? Opportunity and bitter Black women. It's just the truth. I had to share this with my youngsters out there, man. Don't be off and everything like I did. You know what I'm saying? I take full responsibility. I don't regret my kids, but I take full responsibility for the situations and the drama that I've had all my life from laying down with these women. I regret it, but I take full responsibility. Be smarter than Stack 5. I made all the mistakes, so y'all won't have to. So my 2 sons won't have to. You dig what I'm saying? Love.
Hey guys, hold on, let me go back. Thank you, Dark Energy 17
Ruins
for
Black
super
men
chat.
just as much as the police.
So
I may find you one woman, love her, and have kids by her. Because having kids by multiple women can destroy your life, bro. Because a bitter baby mama ruins black men just as much as the police, or just as much as anybody.
Okay. So just as much as the police. So and again, you have to realize he's talking about black women in this video that he did. So what black women have killed? Can you guys tell me of any man that you guys have heard of black women who, you know, have killed and ruined the lives of worse than the police? Because I don't remember black women shooting these Negroes down. I don't remember black women having them set up to even be shot by the police. Black women, first of all, don't even really call the police on black men if we're being technical about it. Thank you for your super chat, Pitches and Flow. Much love, bae. We don't even really call the police on them. Now let me show you another video of him talking ish. This and he tried to mock us in this video. He can't keep black women's names out of his mouth. And if you for a second think that this was actually him being compassionate, he was doing this as a way to be sarcastic or poke at the fact that, oh, see, nobody wants black women. It's kind of like nobody finds y'all desirable.
World, wake and bake on my same. We've almost seen everything in the NFL draft, right? We've seen a dude get drafted and his boyfriend try to show him love and he move away from him. We see a guy get drafted and he kiss his white boyfriend. We seen almost everything with the draft, right? And y'all know I'm not, because I love everybody, but I have a question. How come we've never seen a white guy get drafted with a house full of black people celebrating for him? Or how come we've never seen a white boy get drafted with his black girlfriend and the house full of black people? Why is always the black player with the white girlfriend with the white family around? Like, I don't understand it. It's never the other way around. It's never the other way around. Am I tripping?
Hey, guys. Now, if you could see his face, he had a smirk on his face asking this question, knowing dang well he knows the answer to it. Just look at the smirk on his face.
Why is always the black player with the white girlfriend with the white family around? I don't understand it.
You not that stupid, Negro. So, thank you, Haitian Barbie. Someone in here before the live said black women kill black men more than the police. That's the kind of rhetoric that he was pretty much spewing. Now, he didn't say we kill them more, but basically we destroy them just as equally. Oh, but now you're singing a different tune. Now it's the racist say cops, but it was the.
Let me quickly say this one. This is for fair use. We need to listen to all of these women and their ideologies regarding what happened in Minnesota, in Georgia, and essentially what happens with black men in the society of America. Usually, as an excuse, they will say, what about black on black crime? You men kill each other all the time. Yes, we know this. But however, we need to understand the mind state of these women who are presenting these messages. I need you to understand that this Paris Milan video, currently, as I'm watching it, has 1,600 women or 1,600 people watching the show, and several hundred women in the chat room co-signing what she's saying. So, brothers, I need y'all to understand that my mentality is that I see them all as thinking this same way, especially being raised by a grandmother who thinks this way. Only one, not both. And I understand that she was a bitter woman. But I can't take what she did and blame every black woman. However, I will generalize in this sense because we are all being generalized. And if we're just going to generalize this whole black community, let's just put to the forefront what we need to now is negative attributes. Let's keep banging on that until, you know, there is predominance of change. However, we still need to listen to this. So fair use. We need to get a sense of the mind frame and the ideology of what these women are saying and possibly get an idea of where these women are coming from as they promote the degradation of the black community from within.
Her black baby moms, what, a month or so ago? So now you have a different tune?
That's what I gotta wake up to, huh?
That's what I gotta wake up to, huh?
That's what I gotta wake up to, huh? Flaw was my brother, man. We called each other twin, bro. Everybody know me and Floyd called each other twin. My brother only was out there in Minnesota. He was changing his life. He went to Minnesota. He was driving trucks. I had just sent him up 2-3 boxes of clothes. My boy was doing what he's supposed to do, man. Y'all go and kill my brother, man. I'm on my way to Minnesota, man. Whatever I can do. Can't let this ride, dog. Y'all not gonna be mad till it hit y'all front door. It's bullshit. That's what I gotta wake up.
So now, not only that, he's posting all these things. And then notice, now let me tell y'all something. I'm not gonna say every single woman that was out there protesting were black women. But I'm dang sure not gonna say that there was no black women. And I want you to see the main women who are devastated and marching on the behalf of George Floyd. And I don't have a problem if you want to help George Floyd. Of course, you're going to feel sympathetic because, like, you see black men, you feel like, well, I'm a black woman, I'm not exempt. Like, that's my son. That's what y'all love to say. This woman in my family, she's always saying it, my son, this our sons. She has like a list and she's always talking about my son, my son. So y'all in the comments talking about my son. Okay. So why is it though that when they're showing the women that this is who they're showing? They riding for you, twin. Hurts the world. Plus your kids had to see a person who shows so much love die from so much hate. But this is who you're showing though. Now you see why I kept telling y'all dumb behinds? And I have to call y'all that because y'all are just irritating to me. You don't get it. He's not even giving y'all enough respect. Dang, at least if you're going to show the women who's out there, show how black women are risking it all to get out there and protest on his behalf. He's not even showing y'all. He showed a white woman. I can't make this stuff up. They don't even recognize how you guys are putting yourselves at risk. This is what he sees out there doing the dirty work on behalf of the black man. It's justice for George and a white woman. But y'all want to tell me, oh, that represents my sons. He don't feel that way. He for dang sure don't feel that way. There were, and thank you guys for your super chats. There were 2 dark-skinned black women yelling in protest for George Floyd near the place he died. Thank you so much, J. Ray Facts. We don't call the police when needed. I called the police on my own dad when I was 17 for domestic violence, and my mom lied to the police. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even call the police on them. And I know part of the reason why we don't call the police is because we know this can be an outcome for them. But realistically, all that F the police rhetoric, I'm going to talk about that later on in the video. But yes, black women don't even call the police on black men like that. Thank you, Holopsism. Much love to you for the $20. And yes, make sure y'all go to Africstan.org. Bio and Holopsism and all of them are actually building. But Negroes like Stephen Jackson running their gums online. So I want you to also see this post that he made. So he says, you with us or against us? Seems like everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. Love to all who have love for all. A line is being drawn today. No more playing both sides. No more being black when it's beneficial for you. Either you side with what's right or you condone what's wrong. You choose, but today's the day. On twin, you can't love me and not love my people. Negro, you don't love your people. You don't care about your people. Again, go back to the video that you made, running your mouth about Black women, calling them bitter, and turning around and saying that we ruin lives just as much as the effing police. You said that a month ago. Don't you get that? You can't pop your ish, try to be so malicious with your words, paint this negative narrative that's a effing lie. Just tell the world you don't want to pay child support like a lot of y'all don't want to. Tell the world that you don't want to put in the finances it takes to raise these children. Just tell the world that. Don't blame it on Black women and try to compare us to the effing police. Do you know how much of an insult that is? How dare you? And now he's gone because of the police. Black women didn't have anything to do with his murder. Nothing to do with it. No one called the police on him. None of us wished death upon him. We didn't even know he existed. But a white man killed him. Something that you should be focusing on. Something a lot of Black men need to be focusing on. That's who your enemy is. You have tried to convince yourself and the rest of Black men that the enemy is Black women with wearing weave, with wearing makeup, with us having these babies out of effing wedlock on y'all dusty behalf. And you're going to tell the world that we're comparable to the effing police, and now somebody in your family or whatever the relation is to him now is, oh, don't pick and choose when to be Black. Are you effing kidding me? How dare you? And the same women that you are talking so greasy about are out there marching on behalf of effing George. They're risking their lives. I've heard of them getting shot upside their effing head with rubber bullets from what y'all are saying. They're getting maced. They having to have milk poured on their face because they're pepper spraying or doing whatever. They are literally putting their lives on the line. A lot of us are comorbid and don't even know it. How many of us?
Hold on, since I have a little bit of 15 minutes left on this one. The ugly bitch went live again. And she's talking hot shit. Let's go. Where are we? No.
Hell, you know I'm there.
Wrong one.
Because they know what's up. Let you choose not to live that struggle life. And you meet a non-Black man, that's a man. He loves you, he respects you, he courts you. He does what a man is supposed to do. They see you living it up and being happy. See how your loved ones, quote unquote, change on you. They want to see you struggle because they're struggling, and they're not happy unless you're struggling along with them. So when you are with a non-Black man and he loves you the way a man is supposed to, oh, it pisses them off. Because they've already bought into that notion that no one wants Black women. And what gets me is that these people sit here and say, well, white people thinking, well, let me tell you something. White people are not thinking about Black people like that. Damn. These pro-wax, all they do is talking about white supremacy. And they're not doing not a damn thing about it. These white people are not thinking about Black people 24/7. They are about making their money. That's what they're doing. They are about building. That's what they're doing. They're not sitting here on YouTube and other social media talking about white supremacy. They've done so much evil, and it's all coming back to haunt them. Karma is a bitch. Misunderstood says George Floyd's brother is calling for the death penalty on the cops. I doubt that would happen, but we shall see. Wildheart says, I'm way too feminine for a Blackistan lifestyle. Me too. Ma says now they have a picture of a Black girl with fangs in a police car with dead imagery. It's everything. 360 says Bannock roasted that Steve guy and said bitter black women at demise of them, yet he is not demise. Yeah, he is a walking stereotype. They already said they're breeders, and he actually proved that to be right. He couldn't think of keeping his penis in his pants and stop making all these babies, and then you want to cry about child support, dude. Then you're gonna say, "Oh, I wake." Now you want to sit there and act like you woke. Oh, please don't do what I do. What? On to the next. Black women, the line has been drawn. You have to know which side you want to be on. Pick a side and stay on it. You don't have a choice. This is what I said. You cannot be fence straddling. You have to pick a side and stay on it. Now, me being an interracial marriage, yeah, a lot of things have changed. I had to cut a lot of people off. And in the beginning, it used to bother me, but then I said, fuck. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. These people needed to be out of my life. If they're not contributing to my happiness, I don't need them. If they're adding more stress than happiness, I don't need them. And you have to, okay, so misunderstood says, some say a race war is coming. It's a possibility. And then they're trying to say, well, black women, those who are swirling, a race war is coming. So you can't go on our side. Why would we run to you? You weren't saving us before stuff went down. The fudge you think we're going to run to you for? The ones who are dying are the mammies. They're the ones that fell for your bull crap. At the end, the black women who have swirled or swirling and the black women who, excuse me, who have divested, those are the ones that's going to be saved. Because we're not stupid enough to put ourselves on the line for you. So those women that you're trying to say is going to be lost in this casualty will be those mammies. Those mammies that can't seem to realize that they're women first. They put their race before anything and everything else. Those are the ones that's going to be gone. So the swirlers and the divested black women will have the last laugh. We won. So keep talking that mess. Exactly. Before we even thought about dating outside our race, because in the beginning, you didn't see a lot of black women do it. They already told us that they hated us. Their actions have proven that they hated us. So let the bodies fall as they may. You know what? I'm not even surprised. See, I misunderstood. I don't even pay attention to what's going on that side because we know at the end of the day, they don't care about black women. And let me tell you something, only the mammies that are sitting there dignified and they're so black male identified, those are the ones who are worried. The divested women and the swirling women we don't give 2 zeros. We don't care. I want to say other things, but we really don't care. These mammies and pygmies gonna find out the hard way though. We tried to school you. We tried to help you. These so-called, these non-black women that these Dusties like to throw into the black woman's face, telling them how much they're so much better than black women, how they're so feminine, how they make them happy. Let them fight for them. Don't you put your lives on the line, black women. Let them handle it. But you know what? They won't do it. Because they know who buttered their bread. That's why. These non-black women, believe it or not, they are telling you what to do. You see them sitting out? That's what you should be doing. They marched in the 60s, nothing has changed. They marched in the 90s, nothing has changed. You remember that Million Man March? Supposedly that march was to help them be better men. And what has happened? We are now in 2020 and not a damn thing has changed. Keep marching like it's going to change anything. And you gotta watch these. You have to watch these women who are all of a sudden changing their tune. You have some that are willing, that are seriously ready to change, that are waking up and realizing, oh crap. But then you have some that do it temporarily because they figure it's a trend. But let these dusties dangle a carrot in front of them. They'll flock right over there again and put up with the same mammy behavior. So when I see some of these women on social media changing their tune, I'm like, let your actions match up with your words. All right, so I am ready to take the next call. If you want to call in, I am ready. The number is 301-245-1343. So who's ready to call in now? This is Free for All Friday, so we're going to talk about a lot of things. The phone line is open, and I'm ready to take the next call. Mr. Understood said there was a Karen at the protest guarding Target on a wheelchair, stabbing. What the heck? All right, this is a call-in show. I'm waiting for some more calls. Who wants to call in now? I know some people said they wanted to call in. Now is your opportunity. You guys can have the floor. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. 360, the number is 301-245-1343. I know one of my mods, they have posted the number throughout the chat earlier. But I know a lot of people have been chatting, so you may have to scroll up a little bit. There you go, Wild Heart. Hello to everyone that just came in. Thank you so much. Like, comment. Share and subscribe. Hit the like button as well. The more you hit the like button, thank you, Angel. You know, this live will show up in the algorithm, and more people will be notified that I'm live. We all know how YouTube is. Sometimes they try to, censor people. I've had a few people ask me if they could donate to my channel. You can. Even though I have over 1,000 subscribers, for some reason YouTube does not want me to be monetized. So you can't do a super chat. So if anybody would like to donate, and you don't have to, it is not a requirement. But if you would like to donate, because I've had people asking me about it, I do have CashApp. And the name of my CashApp is Loving Life YouTube, with YouTube spelled out, YOUTUBE. That is my CashApp. And I don't have a PayPal as of right now. So if you want to donate, that is how you can do it. All right. So we have calls coming in.
Yeah, so I got a train.
Hi, who is this?
I'll be listening to this, or listening to her quietly and recording on the low.
Yes, it is. How are you?
Well, no, I'm recording, bitch. Fuck that shit. I'm recording. You bitches know what the fuck I'm doing. However, listen, I got to do my thing. It's Friday. I got stuck with training at the last minute, and I had a customer meeting. I am the fucking man. But it's the end of the month, and I got to make sure I secure my commission check. So thank you, everybody who decided to stop by and listen to this. Hope you got some insight. I hope you're ready to discuss this a little more in-depthly later. I'll try to multi-platform this and see what I can do as far as having a discussion. But yeah, our community is at an all-time high in divide, and we, at this point, are at a crossroads. there is a line in the sand, and some of us are gonna have to choose where we're gonna stand. As she said, when the war begins,
Right.
So that's so I
we gotta
feel
see
like,
where we stand.
when they
Apparently,
call
they
me
think
that,
they've won
I
because they
corrected them.
are
I have no
dating
problem
those of
correcting
the
them.
opposite race, and they feel
Because
they
I think
find
that
security in
they don't have a
that.
right to
However,
call you sister. See, the
I wish them luck.
brothers would protect
I know
and
our spirit, our
and
history, and
care
our
for
determination.
that
I know
woman's
the
safety.
ideas of. Never mind.
And
Let's
that's
just
not
say
what they're doing. They're not being
good luck
brothers.
to you. Peace be upon y'all, and y'all have a
They're
good
being
one,
brothers
man.
to other racism as women. See, so yeah, I don't agree with them calling anyone sister either. So I was glad that he had mentioned it.
Exactly. And I do agree with that 100% because it seems like when they do that, they're up to no good. So, I basically tell women, you hear a dude call you that, you better walk the other way. He's no good. No